Ngiyanamukela kuSizulu boys and girls. Welcome to Isizulu, and today is the 15th of Untulikazi, and we are continuing with doing Ukubala counting. So before we start, let's see what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to be reading a very short story for you about Ukubala, Izilwane, counting animals. All right. So what I need you to do is take out everything that you need. I'll tell you what it is after this, and then make sure that you are ready. And then in the story, there are numbers. So I say the numbers in Isizulu and then I say them in English. So while you listen to the story, you can write down the numbers. Even if you just write a number, like the number 5. Okay, you don't have to write the word, just so you remember. And then once you are done, I'm going to give you time to answer, and then you can write it in Isizulu. Okay, because that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so when you hear a number, write it down quickly, and then you are going to write the Isizulu word next to it. Okay, that's going to help you a lot with your listening comprehension, and then knowing the answers. Okay, because if you wait for the story all the way to the end, you will probably forget half of the numbers that I said. Okay, so in the story, there's numbers in Isizulu and in English, so you will be able to understand. But I want you, when you write the answer, to write it in Isizulu as well, so I can see that you know what the number is. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're just going to collect everything that we need and make sure that we are ready so we can then sit quietly and listen to our story. For this lesson, you're going to need ibhuku elinemigqa, your line book. That's what you're going to be writing in. So you can even write the date so long. It is the 15th of Untulikazi. You should be able to write Untulikazi by now, or you can look on your previous pages where you have written it and write it down quickly, and then write Ukubala. You should also be able to see it on previous pages, and you also need your pencil, obviously, to write with it. Once you've done all of that, you've written your date and your heading, and you've underlined nicely, now you can sit very quietly and listen to the story. Okay. Indlovu eyodwa yaya ukuyophuza. First, the one elephant went to go and drink. Izindlulamithi ezimbili zayokuphuza. Then he was joined by 2 giraffes to go and drink. Izinyathi ezintathu namalanda amane zaya ukuyophuza. 3 buffaloes and 4 birds decided to join them drinking at the dam. Izimpala ezinhlanu nezintibane eziyisithupha zaya ukuphuza. Now they were joined by 5 impalas and by 6 warthogs. Amadube ayisikhombisa ayo ukuphuza. And here came 7 zebras, and they also wanted to go and drink. It must have been a really hot day where everybody wanted to go out and drink. Amaqoqo ayisishagalombili nezinhlanzi eziyisishagalolunye zihlezi emanzini. 8 frogs and 9 fish live in the water. So they were already there at the dam. Kwafika ibhubesi elilodwa lazophuza. And then one lion came, and he also wanted to drink. Ubani osaba ibhubesi? Who is afraid of the lion? Let's see who's afraid amongst the animals. Indlovu eyodwa iphuza nebhubesi. And then there was just one elephant that was left that was drinking with the lion. So he was brave enough to stay and drink water with the lion. That's the end of our story, boys and girls. So now I want you to think of all of the numbers that you heard from the story, and you can write it down, and we will see who gets it right. Okay, so now I am going to ask the teacher to please pause, or if you're at home, just pause the video, because the next slide is answers, but I don't want you to see the answers. So you can just pause the video and give yourself some time to write the answers that you remember if you were not writing them during the story. And then afterwards, when you are done, if you are at home, or when the class is done, if it's the teacher, then you can continue the video, and then you can check the answers that are in the story. Okay, so let's quickly look at that. Okay, so these are the answers. I wrote it in English and I wrote the animal. You didn't have to write the animal, so don't panic about that. But you did have to write the number in Isizulu. So I wrote it here, 1 elephant, because that's what we heard. Kunye is 1, and then 2 giraffes, kubili, 3 buffaloes, kutatu, 4 birds, kune, 5 impalas, kuhlanu, 6 warthogs, isithupha, 7 zebra, isikhombisa, 8 frogs, isishagalombili, 9 fish, isishagalolunye, and there was 1 lion, kunye. All right, so we didn't have issue 10, which is fine. Okay, so hopefully you got it all right. If you didn't, you can just write them down so that you can remember for next time. Okay, thank you, boys and girls. Hopefully this was helpful for you to remember your numbers and you had fun. And this is our last day of Isizulu for this week. So you will hear from me next week. Salam gahle, boys and girls. Bye.